got a message the other day from a guy who said he was hung up on a girl that he was in love with from 4 years ago. And he said that they had a relationship for 1 single week. Do you think that this woman is still thinking about him? I mean, these are the kind of things that men are still doing in this day and age. And this is why men are really the true romantics. They will think and pine over this woman that they sincerely, truly love. But then what happens is they come to realize that this was it wasn't returned. She didn't give 2 shits about him. And this is where men grow cold. They turn their collar up and say, no way, no more Mr. Nice Guy. It's time to treat women in the same way that they treat me, as an afterthought, as a runner-up, as a consolation prize, not the trophy that I thought I was treating her as. So a lot of guys get stuck because they have this crazy imagination of what could be. They're idealistic, they're romantic. And they're not accepting the fact that this was 4 years ago. And what they're doing is giving themselves a major case of blue balls. Guys still believe that that women are special. And this might sound pessimistic, I know. I know it does, guys. You don't want to hear it. And a lot of women are probably gonna be mad that I say this. But women are special, especially if you're in a relationship with one. That particular woman is special to you when you're in that relationship. But outside of that interaction, that relationship, she's just a woman and you are just a man. And there's nothing special about her. Yes, there are a lot of great things about her, but if she's not with you, if you guys are not in a relationship, if she's not following you as a man, as the leader of the relationship, then she's just another woman walking down the street that has no connection to you. So if you are getting hung up on her and preventing yourself from getting to know any other woman, what do you think this is telling the world? It tells the world that, hey, I don't have the skills to find another girl. I don't have the ability to get out there and find someone else. Now, if you're saying to yourself that I've looked, I can't find someone as good as her, well then that just tells me that you're a man who doesn't know how to lead a relationship and how to influence the women that you're with into being the woman that you want her to be. Because if you are a strong masculine leader, then this is what you do. This is what a man does, is that he does, to a certain extent, have to guide, mold, and shape her into his ideal woman. Now, of course, a lot of people, men and women, are going to cringe at this. And I'm not saying she doesn't have any individuality or thoughts or any of this. But let's be real. If you've ever been in a relationship, and women, be honest with yourself about this. When you meet a guy that you really like, how many of you purposely learn about his hobbies, find out what he's doing, and then incorporate those things into your life? Because every woman that I've dated who was really interested in me did just that. They wanted to do things that pleased me, things that I would be happy about, things that brought them closer to me. I remember this one girl, because I was really into, still am, into drinking vegetable juice. And she saw it, and I remember I poured her a glass because she wanted to try some, and she thought it tasted like absolute garbage. But lo and behold, she starts buying this stuff every week and drinking it just like I do. And this is what I mean by you are going to be setting an example to shape her into your ideal girl, into a woman that understands you, that wants to support you, and that wants to take on positive habits that you have. So if you're not doing those things as a man, then chances are she's not going to take on any of the positive behaviors that you have. She has nothing for her to follow. So this is something that you guys have to remember. And women, it's okay to do this. There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't mean that you're a slave. It doesn't mean that you are somehow losing your sense of self. It means that you're connecting, that you're bonding, that you trust him, and you want him to be the leader of the two of you, that you trust him enough to say, hey, this guy knows what he's doing and I want to support what he's doing. So then in turn, he feels good and that he leads me in this relationship because I want to be able to follow a strong man. Because there are times where, hey, I don't know what I'm doing and I need that strength from him. And I want him to know that, hey, I care about him and I'm going to give him this. So there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, you still do your own thing and he's going to be doing his own thing. He doesn't have time to be sitting around making sure that you're doing whatever he says and copying his every move. A woman who is in the know, who's in touch with her feminine side, automatically does this because it's just natural for her. Feminine energy is about connecting and bonding, and so she's going to want to get closer to him and mimic some of the things that he does, be interested in the things that he does so she can be with him longer, so she can be his supporter. So this is just a natural part of that. So for you guys out there who are stuck on some girl from years ago, that's because you don't know how to, first of all, attract more women, and second of all, inspire them to be your ideal woman at that time. No one, I'm not going to say a relationship will last forever. If that's what you want, then yes, you can do that. If you're a strong enough leader, you're going to be a man that she's going to want to be with forever. That's just the way that it is. Now, are you going to want to be with her forever? Is she going to be the final one for you? I don't know. Nobody knows, but you have to make that decision. But I'm just saying, if you are the leader, then you will be in a position where you can have her loving after you, looking after you, and wanting to be with you and support you. So keep that in mind.